Okay, I was starting to uh, record this meeting just as a video to show how to use a browser to set up the same like Appliance mode. Okay, so I'm gonna share you another desktop. Well, let's use this desktop to do the work. Um, let's grab a sync line, and we don't need a terminal. Let's open a setup. So typically for the appliance mode, we will go to session and in the appliance mode and enable the Citrix desktop, and you will put in the URL here. So that basically will open a browser to and the full screen browser and not able to give the user any access to the other setting. So we'll try to use the same way. Okay, we're going to use the browser and doing some customize. So allow the user to have their setup in opened and but still in the kind of like a plans mode. All right, so let's try to use this in the browser. Let's create a new browser session. So we'll call it my appliance mode, and we don't need anything. We can put one icon on the desktop. That's fine. And okay, for the URL, it's supposed to be your broker, but then I will use just Google. So assuming that's my broker for the Citrix. Okay, and let's hide the boot splash. Okay, and set it as auto start. Let's go back to set it auto start. It depends on your request and need a auto restart. Okay, and after that we'll go to hide something. And I'm almost starting from the factory default, so you will see first the setup. Let's kill all the shortcuts. Application launcher. Let's kill the shortcut as well. And we need a display switch. Maybe we can give a hotkey for display switch. So Control Shift and maybe display. So give a D. All right, and we'll preserve the setting. And in sounds preference, I don't need a sound. Command sort icon. We don't need a sort icon. It depends on your request. You can put a reboot, for example, put a reboot on the unit desktop. Okay, and in the interface, we don't need on the desktop. We don't need the taskbar. Hide the taskbar. Okay, so now let's see. I'll apply. And okay, it's supposed to leave me a full screen browser and give me to the lead me to the google.com and nothing else on the desktop. Okay, loading. And oops, I enabled appliance mode. That's my bad. That's the way you did that, right? So a lot of people did that. Let me reboot that and change it. Okay, let's rebooting. And because it's appliance mode, and I'm not using the UMS, so I'll be using the emergency boot and load the setup to disable that. Okay, setup again. Let's disable. It's my mistake to enable this, but it's good to see. So let's disable this and hit OK and reboot. Okay, we're rebooting. And then this should be right. Okay, now we back to the desktop again. Okay. Oh, I didn't set it as a full screen. Let's do some customize on our setting. So you see, if I right click on the desktop, it's nothing, and there's no taskbar. Let me do some optimize. So Control Alt S will call up the setup out. So you can do the setting. So let's do a little bit more. Let's kick out the terminal. I don't need this one. Let's delete the terminal session. Okay, delete this one. Cool. And we can apply that and close our browser, and let's do something on the browser. Browser, Appliance mode. So let's start it in full screen, hide the local system, and hide the all other stuff. Okay, let's hide all the things. The backpack is not so well. So I'm clicking slowly. Okay, let's disable. Now basically disable everything. And let's keep on. Give us a clean browser, and okay, that's maybe better. And click OK. And let's start it again. Okay, now this is better. So if I reboot it, it should jump to the session directly. And based on this, we can do some display. So the shortcut for our display switch we used to set is Control Alt Shift and D. Make it complicated so there is no conflict for your other apps. So Control Alt Shift D. Yep, that's the display. So you can, in advance, you can change in the resolution and and the Control Alt table. You can switching and changing the different resolution for your user. And this is the more flexible way for the setting. As long as you did it, you can apply that. Right. So I'm gonna desktop. Control Alt Shift. Control Alt table is for the switching. That's it. I'm gonna close the meeting.